Good morning. Welcome to Presence of Light with charlierivermanbergeron. Welcome to my talk this morning as we celebrate together World Water Day. And we are representing the whole world here. So thank you for showing up and appearing. And hopefully somebody is coming on. I don't see anybody coming on, so I'm just going to wait. Gathering, yes, 1-5. Okay, thank you. Charlie Tano, bless you. Thank you for, I can see you in the little voice box. Rachel, good morning. It's a beautiful day here in York, Maine, here in the United States. It's pouring rain. And I think it's so fitting for World Water Day to look out the window and see snow on the ground, which is slightly melting and flowing into the river, which I can see from my window, and the rain also gathering and flowing to the river. And so to talk today is really about, and the words I just put up in the last second were, we are water and light. Good morning, Leonie. Good morning, Marie, Marlene, Christina. Bless you all. So with that said, we are water and light. How do we really celebrate that? And how do we activate that in our own physical presence? Of course, we are, the scientists have now proven that we are on an elemental level, or on a level of molecular structure. We're 99% water. This physical being we are is 99% water on an elemental level. And as I always talk, and the show is about presence of light, we are light. We are really 100% light. We're just 100% light contained in a physical body that's 99% water. So how does that make you feel? We've been taught that we are just these basic humans that plod around a planet in the universe and have no real meaning unless we create it with our mind and work at it, or trap ourselves into some sort of enslavement with it, and then we're real. So the truth is we are water. The truth is we are light. And so today I want you all to celebrate water. This, the water that you are, as well as the waters that we embrace and need in order to survive. It's not unknown to any of you that if you can live without food longer than you can live without water. Okay, so here's this is basic science. This is basic anatomy. You can, our ancestors, the first thing that they looked for when they were traveling was water. I'm a dowser. The original dowsers were dowsing for water. I dowse for energy. I dowse for other things. But the original process of dowsing was tuning into the earth and finding the frequency of water, that energetic frequency of water, so that we as travelers around this planet could live and function, because we couldn't live without it. So these are the things that on World Water Day this year I want you to think about and to celebrate, is really that you are this amazing water being. And so as the world around us keeps talking about water, we become more and more aware of how so many people in this world don't have water. how many areas of the world are going through a drought, how we're becoming more consciously aware of how the water is becoming both scarce and polluted, and people are getting sick because they don't have clean water to drink, that they have to travel miles on foot with a bucket to get water. And I'm not saying this to make you feel saddened. What I'm doing is to just bring this awareness to each of us to say, we have an ability in this world right now, each and every one of us, to support somebody who doesn't have water in the world. And I'm part of a group, and I'm just going to put a plug in briefly for Loving Waters. And you can find us on Facebook, and we have a web page, and we have another community page called Water First. And the whole purpose of this, why we began this, came out of our love for water that each one of us have, and how we have dedicated, most of us in our lifetime, we have dedicated ourselves to our relationship with water. So for me, it began consciously as a child. I loved the water. I'm a Pisces, of course, the fish, that makes sense. But each one of us, if we look back in our childhood and think about your water memories. Think about the memories you have with water. Maybe you were playing in the bathtub with a little toy, or maybe you didn't have a bathtub, but you were at the local pond bathing or swimming or playing. Maybe you were in the streets or the yard stomping puddles in the rain. This is our relationship with water. Water is not just a commodity. And so your light and that water is an embracing of the two most powerful aspects of who you are. So what I want to do is just remind you of how important water is in not only serving us, but being us, and we being it. I want to offer this prayer to you today. It's called the Waitaha Prayer. And the Waitaha people were originally ancestors, some of our ancestors, which dwelled in the South Islands of New Zealand over 2,000 years ago. Further than that, but there's nothing that can be too much to be verified. The Maori came and they integrated, and so we know everything is the Maori, but the Waitaha were there, and some of those came, they were called star walkers. They were what I believe some of my ancestors who came from the stars. And when you look back at how Earth was formed and water got here, we now have, still on this planet, water that was formed before our sun was created. I'm going to say that again because it's hard to wrap the human mind around. We have water on this planet right now, and I don't know the exact figures. I lose all that information. But we have water on this planet now. It's a good amount. It's like 40% or something. But we have water that was formed before our sun was formed. So water came before what we call our light, the sun. So too, I will play with the words here and say, so too are we. Water, perhaps, even before we were light. Now, It's a twist on the words and it's a twist on the aspect, because in essence, we are light. We are pure light. We are divine light. We are the manifestation of divine light here on this watery planet. But what if we came here as the reflection of light on the water, as it journeyed from its greater source here to planet Earth? And what if we are that ancient? What if we have always been, but we have forgotten? This is what I want you to think about on World Water Day today. What is the truth of who we are? What is the truth of our beingness? Not the stories we've been told, not the stories that have been rewritten 400,000 times because one tribe took over another tribe and rewrote their history. I want you to dive, like in the water, dive into yourself. Splash. Dive. As the light that you are, dive into the water you are. Create this unity within yourself of water and light. Sounds crazy, I know, but I'm going to tell you something. When you do, you will rediscover a part of yourself that is more powerful than anything outside of you. And this is not planned. I pulled some stuff up to read and whatever, because I said, I'm going to go with the flow as my guidance directs. And so this is a poem I wrote about water, and it's now calling me to read it to you. And the poem reads as it's very short. It's called Ever So Sweetly. So just rest in your water self. Rest in your light self and listen. Open your gateways. There, but in a moment, alongside the waters, a sweetness pressed into my heart. Swiftly I reached forward into nothingness, and for a moment caressed a gentle hand, so ancient, yet so present. Her songs became ripples that lulled the ocean and gathered all into a sweet stillness upon which I walked through all dimensions at her gentle invitation. How precious a memory of dedication and love as we now move through the enchantment of renewal and co-creation. Allow that to just flow through you. That was a message that I received from the water in 2018. And I will post it here for you to copy and paste and share, or just throw away. Make a paper airplane and fly it. This is who we are. We are these amazing beings of light. And on today's post on Facebook, I wanted specifically the light reflecting on the water, because this is who we are. That image is who you are. You are light reflecting on water. And yet if you go below the surface and you've just seen underwater photos and films, you see how the light rays still carry into the water. This is who you are. This is who each one of us are. We're amazing beings. This is the truth. This is the truth that you need to tap into. So as I said earlier, I was talking about the Waitaha. And I have a Waitaha prayer. If I can find it here. Yeah. The Waitaha prayer, which I'd also like to read to you today. Because, as I said, this is, I don't know the source, but I would assume that this came from somebody whose ancestry was really closer to the ancestors than I may be or you may be of the people called the Waitaha. And so, once again, come into that place of still water within you. And let me offer you this prayer today in honor of the water in you, around you, above you, and below you. Let my spirit, my mind travel to the spaces in between the water patterns. Let my heartbeat echo the tinkle and bell sounds of the water deep inside my body. Let me hear the memories of the gods and goddesses. Let me hear the memories of the angels and ancestors. Let me send my voice into every atom of water that is in me. Water that is in front of me. Water behind me. Water around me and above me. Let all the forms of water hear my resonance in this time and forever. Carry my blessings and wishes to the highest mountains, to the heavens. Then let all the living and dying creatures and humans hear the sounds of the joy of creation, resonating in every sentient form in this universe and others. To be the sound that sings forever and eternal in the mind song of creation. Take another deep inhale. Feel the water on your breath or in your nostrils, your mouth. Exhale, feel the water in your breath. Know that there is no place or any moment that you exist that you are separate from water. And so my message for all of you is to deepen your commitment to water, deepen your ability to help others and help each other serve and protect water on this planet. It isn't a commodity, and I won't go into my water protection speech, but it isn't a commodity. It's part of who we are. And when we pollute the water and when we poison the water, we're poisoning and polluting ourselves. So as a water advocate and member of Loving Waters and a person who's going to step out this year and do more public water blessings, I share with you again, Loving Waters puts out a brochure that you can reach on our Facebook page. We've created a Water First pledge that you can get on our Facebook page, and it's free to disperse, and it's a pledge to water that really deepens your relationship with water. Those are available. And wherever you are around the world, know that you too can perform ceremonies and blessings in any shape, manner, or form you want. Publicly, privately, get together with others, form groups, small gatherings to express your love for water. This is what we need right now. Yes, there's a whole political arena out there. There's a whole lot of drama out there. But prior to all of that is you sitting in this body of water. And it's what we do as the light we are in this body of water that's going to change the world. And together we're going to co-create a greater cohesiveness. Out of that cohesiveness will rise what we dearly term the new earth that we're all seeking. So each one of you are a missionary right now. I enlist you as a missionary of the water. Whether you want to be or not. You can't avoid it. You are. It's who you are. And so there's just some simple things you need to think about when you do water and water blessings. And it's not hard. The simplest one is the blessing I give every time you see me. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. That's what Dr. Emoto did in his scientific studies to change the crystalline structure of water and film it. So please look up Dr. Emoto, E-M-O-T-O. He has children's books so that your children can be introduced to this. Great wisdom and physical evidence of how when we talk to the water, or we express it, or we send love to the water, it changes the crystalline structure. What are we doing? We, the light beings we are changing that light and putting it into a sound form, the form of sound, and singing it or saying it to the water, and it's changing it. You think you're not powerful? I want you to think again. This is who you are. This is what you're able to do. And I want you to play with that. I want you to see it in action. I want you to create as the beautiful light beings that you are. That's what this show is all about, this talk, whatever it is, my babbling. It's all about presence of light. How can we manifest our presence of light in our lives? So most of the time I talk about our daily struggles, and I talk about what we're going through in the universe. But right now, today, it's about water. And we are the water. Another thing is the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is similar to Dr. Emoto, and I don't know if he sort of copied that, but it's a prayer of forgiveness. So we can pray forgiveness to the water and ask for forgiveness. And what we do outside of us, the most amazing transformation takes on place within us. Take those prayers and pray it to the water in your body. Say it into your hands. Place a drop of water in the palm of your hand and say that blessing to the water and watch it evaporate and absorb into your body at the same time and disappear with that prayer. Amazing, simple projects. Yeah, people will think you're crazy. It's okay. We're crazy in love. We're crazy in light. And we're crazy in peace. That's what we're here to do now, is to bring forth the peace, the light, and the love. And we can do it through the water. And when we do it through the water and we heal and bless the water, we do it for all life forms. Because without water, there are no life forms as we understand them. There are still life forms, but they're not in any manner that we would be able to communicate except on a psychically intuitive level. So with that, I wish you a blessed World Water Day. And I want to do a blessing for each of you and give you a blessing, which is one that I do for the water. And I was taught this by a Maori gentleman who learned it from, its origin is Maori prophet, Alexander Phillips, as my understanding goes. And it was about the Divine Mother rising from the sea or on the land in his healing center. And he realized that we have been looking at three pillars holding up the world, or the table of the world, being the Father, the Son, and the child. And in this revelation that he received, it was to bring back the mother, the divine feminine, and add that, and it was 4 pillars. And so it's the 4 pillars protocol, as I understand it. There may be other teachings, I don't know, but this is how I understand this. And I was imbued with this energy to speak this and do this. And I do it in the language of the Maori as I was taught. And also I do it I do it publicly in the land, in the water, with the intention of returning it to its original blueprint. None of us know what our original blueprint exactly is, but we do know that it came about from the source of our creation. And so it unites us in that heart space. So if you'll just take a moment to be still and quiet, to center yourselves, it will be my pleasure and my desire to offer you this very deep blessing that I do for the waters. Just take a deep breath, relax. Ti he moriora, I te ingoa, te whaia, te tama, te matua, te wairua tapu. I te ingoa, te tama, te matua, te whaia, te wairua tapu. I te ingoa, te matua, te whaia, te tama, te wairua tapu. May each of you be blessed with the Mother, the Father, the Child, and the Eternal Spirit. May your waters flow so freely, so joyously, so filled with the light of who you are, that you sparkle. You sparkle like the sunlight hitting the waves on the water. I am complete. I love you. I thank you. I respect you. I am you. You are me. And we are unity. May your week be not only empowered, but bring forth another week of empowerment and another week of empowerment, and another week of empowerment in which you access and realize the truth, the deep truth that lies within you as light and water. I'm complete. I thank you very much, and blessings to all, and I'll see you around the internet airwaves during the week. Bless you. Thank you for being here, and have a great day. Bye-bye.